the Coricantia, and this is the door, the doorway. This was obviously something technological, but what you're looking at there, I will zoom in for you. You will notice that there seems to be loads of dints in the rock. Now, if you ever visited there, the guides would tell you, this is what they've been told to tell the public, is that is where the Inca was hammering this diorite or andesite into shape, and that's what's left the marks. But I can tell you now, I swear, because as you know, I will never lie to you, when I began to get into megalithics, which is about 15 years ago now, before I was clued up on the stuff I've been putting out in the last 3 years when I used to follow people, all this stuff was completely smooth. Like the stuff I've showed you sometimes, and it looks like glass. It is completely smooth. They call it vitrification, but it's really just calcification from the flood. Anyway, they've been hammering away at all these sites and walls to make it fit their narrative. I guarantee you, if you go find images, older images, you will see that I'm right on that one. Okay? Anyway, this next image I showed you in a video and I didn't know where it was. I still don't know where it is. I've got another one for you from a different angle, because this one I've only ever seen before. It is a megalithic site, an ancient site, and I presented to you in a video that I came to the conclusion, well, it's definitely built, right? This is not some dug out area or somewhere that's cracked away, it looks like a ship. It is in the shape of a giant ship, like the imprint of, and if you look on the side wall in the top left hand corner, you can see planks, yeah, or something like that, and the holes that run all the way across are perfectly lined up. There are 2 layers of holes now. They could be obviously portholes. I don't think they are. It could be where the water runs out. It's just strange. I mean, why would you come and just knock out those holes which are leading nowhere now? You wouldn't, right? And this site in Peru, I've never made a video on these, and where you see the blocks, they've got holes in, and I was thinking that that's an imprint of where bars ran it all the way around. They weren't just built like that, because when you look at the walls, they're actually, look, these things are thinner at the bottom and wider at the top, right? So you wouldn't build it like that, for one thing. Well, you couldn't. And so yes, they must have had bands of some other material, which would obviously have been metal, which just seems rusted away, and you're just left with an imprint, a hole that runs all the way around. Some of them have been put back and don't quite line up, right? This image here, it's one of the sites in India. Everyone's seen these. It's a roof, and it is just built like a ship. It's exactly how you would build an ancient ship, right? The ribbing there. I'm going to zoom in here for you, because it literally looks like, I thought it might have been wood originally, but it looks like girders. You know how iron girders we have today, they are hollow inside, and the metal is about 1/2 inch thick. And you will notice that it also looks like it has been oxidizing, because during the flood, I have said that there will have been that much water, that much pressure, that it will indeed have set off the volcanoes that will have blasted enormous amounts of ash out, just like they have in India. I forgot the name of the place, but you're looking at almost, I think it's something like 1/4 of a mile deep, an entire plain. This stuff just looks like Sodom and Gomorrah, like it's been hit with something. This next site in Ukraine, this is the one I've shown you before, and you can see the pitched roof there. It's just mud rock. The way that it's been built is definitely, it will have originally been rebar and concrete, because that is the only way that you can create a floor like that and not have it fall through. right? As you walk on it, you can see how thick it is, but you can see the pitched roof above. There's one over on the right hand side as well. I'm going to zoom into the one on the left there for you to leave people in no doubt, because the next image is a site in India, and I have drawn in red lines for you to show you where, because again this will have been built, it's been covered with ash. That around it is not mud. The people in the mud flood series call everything mud, right? And it's not. Much of it is indeed ash. Even the video that I made in Rome, right? What was that video called now? Yeah, not in our history books. Even recent history is fake. That it's the area that they're excavating is completely flat, right? Because it will have been raining down as ash. There will have been that much ash that got blasted up into the stratosphere, right? That it rained down and leveled an area. It is ash what they are excavating. Yes, there's obviously mud there, but that's what this thing is encased in, right? And if this is encased in it, then the entire zone, the entire area that you're looking at there will be covered. It will be an entire city. You're just looking at something that's happened to survive on the outskirts. Which means that this civilization built in the exact same way as what we do today. And the only way that you would build a tunnel like that is if you were as advanced and had transport, to even bother building a tunnel like that. I mean, whether or not this went under a mountain which is now buried or what, I mean, it's difficult to say exactly, but there's no doubt in what we're looking at. It is definitely a tunnel with a junction. This site here, again, it just looks like ash. It's just petrified everything in the same way as it has done at Sodom and Gomorrah. This thing here, you can see what it was constructed of. This particular site, I suppose, mainly just looks like wood, but everything has been turned into the exact same material. It's just an imprint of what it was built from.